Well, I'm taking Beelzebub on the first sort of real drive. I've had the car about a week and a half, and it's not been driven for many years. Nothing more than a couple of miles here and there. I think it did 47 miles in the previous 13 months before I bought it. So I'm just very keen to go through absolutely everything. I really sort of don't trust particularly the fuel hoses and the water pipes, that type of thing, and that it's actually got all the correct fluids. I'm not giving that to trust. I'm assuming that that's not the case. I'm just slowly going through the car. It's actually quite dirty, and I've not had time to clean it or wipe it down. I don't know how good the camera is in this corner right here. There's actually quite a lot of spider's webs, which I think is quite funny. It's just typical. It's not neglect. It's been kept on a farm. The car was covered over with a big sheet, and it was driven very occasionally. But it's that sort of thing. I will, of course, I'm going to clean it. But first things first, it's got to have all of the mechanicals attended to, and very, very happy with the oil pressure. It's reading 65 PSA now. The speedometer's slightly erratic. It doesn't always work. It's only just started working there. I think on this model, I think they're electronic, and there's probably a bit of muck or corrosion inside the terminals. So it's something that I'll just address that in the coming weeks. This is going to be an ongoing project, this car. I am determined it's going to be my everyday driver, but I'm not going to drive it hard and properly until I'm completely confident that everything that can be gone through, on the servicing and mechanical side has been gone through. I've yet to do a compression test. I'm going to be doing one, but it's not as important as changing the oil and plugs, which I did last week. I'm actually driving about 60 miles out towards Skegness on the UK coast. It's near a town called Boston. I'm going to be visiting an LPG specialist. Now, they specialise in converting Jaguars to LPG fuel. In the UK here, LPG is less than half the price of petrol. And I do a vast amount of mileage, up to 1,000 miles a week, between two homes in Brighton and Nottingham. So it's a necessary evil. That in the community, people frown upon the use of LPG and say, "Oh, it should never be used; it'll wreck your engine." I've driven LPG for hundreds of thousands of miles on different cars, Range Rover type engines, Jaguars, and if serviced and operated carefully, I've had no problems at all. So we shall see, but I am going to be running this particular car, 36 years old though it is. I'm going to be running an LPG, and that's why I'm actually driving it for the first time now to the LPG specialists. There is an LPG system fitted to this car, but it was disconnected about 3 or 4 years ago. The previous mechanic didn't have the confidence that it was right for the car, and he sort of just didn't want to keep it on. He wanted it connected, so the owner agreed and said fair enough, but he didn't do many miles, so it didn't exactly cost him a lot of money to run it. But the mileage I do, it's going to make a colossal difference to me. It'll make a difference to around about the tune of about £100 a week in my fuel costs. And I'm pretty confident that LPG is not going to present a problem. The car's driving beautifully here. As I said to you, this is the first time I've never really got to drive it any more than just out of town in second gear, and I did take it on about a 2-mile journey on a dual carriageway for about 1.5 miles last week, but that really is the only time I've driven it. So it's a thrill to be behind the wheel, and I am really enjoying it. Just a country road, I think it's a 50 limit. And it's just absolutely divine. So pleased with it.